friend is coming soon. I greet you in the love and the light of the infinite Creator.
Christians were wrong. Lucifer is not evil, scientist insists. A scientist has revealed that the devil is good, and this comes from someone who has spent over 40 years of his life researching the subject. Research professor Henry Ansgar Kelly from the University of California in Los Angeles said that there is no real evidence that has suggested that the devil should actually be called evil. Kelly has said that Christians think that the devil is evil, but they have got it wrong, and he went on to say that he thought Satan was only trying to do good and that he is on the side of God, but that his judgment's overzealous. Kelly professed that there is no evidence, or very little, in the Bible that suggests that many of the deeds and characteristics that are commonly attributed to Satan are in fact true. The professor believes that the devil is perhaps less like Darth Vader and more like a prosecutor that is overzealous according to a strict reading of the Bible. He went on to clarify that the basic intention of Satan was to uncover any wrongdoing along with treachery, however unscrupulous or overzealous the means, but that the devil was still part of the administration of God. There's little or no evidence in the Bible for most of the characteristics and deeds commonly attributed to Satan. A strict reading of the Bible shows Satan to be less like Darth Vader and more like an overzealous prosecutor. He's not so much the proud and angry figure who turns away from God as he is a Joseph McCarthy or J. Edgar Hoover. Satan's basic intention is to uncover wrongdoing and treachery, however overzealous and unscrupulous the means. But he's still part of God's administration. Kelly admitted that what he was saying would be classed as scandalous to some people, but the professor said that the devil had been misrepresented by Origen of Alexandria, the philosopher of the 3rd century. In one of his best works, it was said that the mention of Lucifer in the Old Testament refers to Satan. However, Professor Kelly pointed out that in fact there is no reference to the devil or Satan in the Old Testament and that those who follow Christianity have confused the two. Lucifer in the Bible is referenced to tyrannical king, not the devil. The professor said that Lucifer means light bearer in Latin, and the Lucifer who is talked about in the Old Testament is a reference to a tyrannical king from Babylonia who was cast to the ground, and this is what has confused many people. He went on to say that Origen said that Lucifer fell from heaven, and this cannot refer to a human being, so it has to be Satan. The Church Fathers thought that this was good reasoning and everyone followed suit. Kelly revealed that the story of Adam and Eve only goes on to add more confusion, and once again many people went on to assume that the serpent is the devil. He said that no one in the Old Testament or the New Testament has ever identified the serpent of Eden as being Satan. He pointed out that the serpent is a smart animal and he was envious, and this is what motivated him when he was jilted by Adam with the arrival of Eve. Origen says, Lucifer is said to have fallen from heaven. This can't refer to a human being, so it must refer to Satan. Subsequent Church Fathers found this reasoning persuasive, and so did everyone who followed them. Nobody in the Old Testament, or, for that matter, in the New Testament either, ever identifies the serpent of Eden with Satan. The serpent is just the smartest animal, and he's motivated by envy after being jilted by Adam for Eve. Everyone else has said that by the time Satan gets to the New Testament, he is evil, he's an enemy of God, but that's not so. The whole biblical picture of Satan is that of a bad cop to Yahweh's good cop in the Old Testament, and to Jesus' good cop in the New Testament. Throughout, Satan is someone who works for God. What I'm saying will be scandalous to some people. People seem to think that by the time Satan reaches the New Testament he is something evil and an enemy of God, but that is not true. It was said that the biblical picture painted of Satan was that of bad cop to the good cop image of Yahweh in the Old Testament and the good cop of Jesus in the New Testament. In fact, Satan works for God. Kelly finished by saying that he knew what he had said would be considered scandalous to some people, but it was the truth.
Please like us and share with your social media. Please subscribe and click the bell to be notified of our new videos.
Remember to check out our playlist for important intel you may have missed.
And visit our sister channel. Event is coming soon. For additional intel and information, stay tuned. Victory of the Light.